Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 20 of my Grand Campaign War in the East. I'm playing the Soviets, and we're on episode 20, of course, in turn 11, and it is August 28th, 1941, and we're not doing too badly, to be honest. I don't, I'm a potential, a perpetual worry wart. I always think something's going wrong, but more likely than not, it's not going wrong. Right now, there's not much I can do. Honestly, that I haven't already done. So it's more or less just doing mostly the same thing over and over and over again, and backing up a little bit each time so that you can accommodate what they're doing, and also making sure that they don't have any major breakthroughs. What we, right here we have somebody, we have a group of units trying to break through, but we're backing up and also slowing them down as much as possible. They're getting close to Moscow. Just going to tell you that. So if we lose, we lose, and that's that, and it'll won't be anybody's fault but my own. I'm just sometimes I'm not as good as I hope I could be, and so I just keep plugging on, plugging away. That's all you can do, and have fun at it while you're doing it. And I am having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to slow this juggernaut down. I'm sure the actual Soviet soldiers were thinking the same thing, or the generals. The soldiers probably were just thinking about living and surviving. But anyway, I really what is that? That's the city. They just have manpower. They don't really have anything else. I don't want to retreat from the city, but I think I'm going to. I don't really like how this, they were exposed, and I wanted to put some units there, and really the best choice of putting units there was from this hex right here. I guess I could pull these back and kind of shorten my lines up here as well, because they're probably not going to go up into the marshes. I'm hesitant to do it though, because they don't really have anything up here, so it's not like they're gonna push through. This stack of units might, but I really just want to make sure that I can handle everything that's going on. Yeah. We'll move him back a little bit. Let's move him back a little further. Let's move a lot of these guys that have been routed back a little further, so that it gives them a little bit of time to actually regroup, refit, whatever. Let's put him there. Wow. Now this little grouping is pretty good. We got a power of 4 and a power of 3. So I and see now how dense all the units are. So that gives me a chance to, do a little bit more with a little bit less. I know. What the hell did that even mean? So anyway, this guy is not attached to the closest headquarters. Yeah, I don't really like them being... Yeah, there we go. Now we get down here. What's my pool look? Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one where I've used up all my pool. That's okay. I started out with 143,000. Now I'm down to 3,000. I really am liking this line right here, except for this part, but I'm not too worried about them. I can move them back. Have I moved all? Yes, I moved all those guys. Okay. And let's see. There we go. I like that a little bit better, I guess. I like that stack right there. I need to read the manual a little bit more and find out when I can start building. I think it's in 1942 sometime. Start building core out of these divisions so that I can stack more and more in one place. Again, let's move some of these guys back. This guy. This guy. Look at all that. But at least he's just in charge of the air. We'll move them. We'll move that guy down. Where else is... Oh boy. Where did I have... Okay, so now he's in range of his command unit. Damn, I'm starting to get hungry. Is there anything else I can do for this turn? I mean, I could do some more stuff, but I really kind of like it as much as possible what I have right now. I'm still not happy with this area right here, but I can only do what I can do, and I can't do much more than that. So I guess I will end this turn. And cry. September, though. Remember September? No, remember November. But September is when I hope the mud and rain happens so that it'll slow them down, hopefully significantly. Here we go. I don't think so, sir. I don't think so again. I think that retreat or pullback of those units to that line above Leningrad has really helped up to the north of Leningrad. I really think that strengthened that line It's gonna take a lot of work for them to get through that. Just think, in 2 short months, it will. Too bad I can't rename any of these generals. Rename one of them as Eddard Stark. Winter is coming. Damn, that's not good. That's not good either. That's better. That's gonna be, yeah, that's just, wow. Wow. Leningrad, I think, is going to fall. Damn. They just. If we could hold them. Yeah, see that they don't have very strong units down there. Yeah, I figured that would happen. We're starting to see. You can almost see them. They almost immediately will retreat if they're going to retreat at all. And you can see that coming. If they don't retreat immediately, well, in that case, they kind of retreated a couple of seconds later. But sometimes they retreat almost immediately. Oh, man. Yeah. That line up here on the Yizhny Bug. That's going to be hopefully my strong line of defense in the south. This little line down here, this little line, I think that strengthened that line so much that I don't think they're going to be able to break through. Doesn't matter though, these guys are away. I'm hoping that I'll still get supply through the port automatically. I seem to recall that Leningrad did indeed get supply across the lake, Ladoga Lake, or whatever it's called, during the winter months when it was frozen. This group of guys, they're almost cut off. Gotta hold. Well, that's not good. I think they put most of their strongest units in the north. Sorry, my stomach's growling. If you heard that. That was that fortified region that I set up. It helped for a little while. 2,500 men, but they held. Good for you. And then he moved back. That's one of my mountain divisions. The waiting and worrying. Can we hold them? I'm really worried about Leningrad. I've been told if I lose Leningrad and Moscow, it's over. I can't lose them both. Which means I probably should have just abandoned at some point and just focused on saving Moscow. It's a little nerve-wracking waiting through these turns, hoping you don't completely collapse. Units with a lot of movement points, so I'm expecting them to keep on attacking. I don't know if you see it, but my screen goes black during the AI turn a lot. I don't know why it does that, but it does it. I hope it is that the Be Right Back graphics. Yep, I was expecting more attacks in that area. Damn. All right, all right. good. That was a good battle right there. They lost a lot of. Well, they didn't lose that many men. I was thinking that was AFEs. I was about to say if they lost 500 AFVs in one battle, that's a damn good battle. But it was just men. Excuse me. I must say that this first playthrough of the Grand Campaign for me has been an eye opener. It's a lot more tough, to be honest with you. I mean, I know that the Germans start off very strong, but I was hoping that their strength would fall off a little bit, but it is not. And I mean, I'm not saying that like because you know it's being unfair or anything like that. I'm just kind of hoping that I would do better in slowing them down, especially since everybody says the AI is not that good, except against me. There you go. Just got a feeling this guy is going to attack across that river at some point. I would. Maybe I'll do an episode where I play War in Russia and show you what it was before War in the East. I don't know if any of you have ever seen War in Russia, but not anywhere near the scale of this game. I mean, obviously they're both about the Eastern Front or the the war between Germany and the Soviet Union, but it's nowhere near as detailed as this. And it's a lot easier to play, a lot easier to win up by, as the Soviets for sure. Might be interesting to get a perspective on what it was back in the day and where it's come from and where it's going to. And the developers even said on the forums that they're working on War in the East 2.0. So it's even going to go even further. I can't wait to see what that's going to be like because I think it's going to be tremendous. I really do. I mean, for a war game, obviously. it's going to be pretty damn slick, because this over war in Russia is slick as hell. It's so much better than War in Russia, graphics wise, you know, difficulty wise, everything. You know, the AI is much more difficult in this game. Obviously it's a completely different engine than they use for War in Russia, but it's amazing the strides that they've made in war games. You know, with this company and just every company in general, but War in Russia is much more simplistic, and I can be honest with you. You know, I would be done with a game in War in Russia after 20 episodes. That's how quickly it goes. It goes pretty quickly. This episode's running fairly long too, but when you run the AI, if you start the AI's turn, 10 minutes into an episode, it's going to run longer than 30 minutes at this point. You're looking at 40 to 50 minutes at that point, because the AI takes at least 30 minutes to run their turn. Damn. See how what I'm talking about? I'm hoping that they get supply through these ports to Leningrad. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know that that's a fact. It might be something I have to do. That's nice. I'm encouraged by that. Of course, that. See, he only had 10,000 men. I'm beginning to think that they're running out of supply or something. They're outrunning their supply lines, because they have more men than my guys, but it's like they don't have the oomph to push it through on a lot of these battles. And they're doing a lot of hasty attacks, which is good for me in some sense, I think. I mean, it'd be better if they deliberately attacked and lost. Damn. He doesn't have any movement points to do anything really, though, except maybe another hasty attack. He certainly doesn't have movement points to exploit any kind of hole. So it looks like they're just about done. This group could probably still do a hasty attack, and maybe this group. But that's about it down here. Of course, these guys are still able to keep going. Damn. All right, that's all right. Those are actually brigades, I think, and I can't expect them to hold up against a full division, a full German division of veterans. Oh no, that this episode has. I mean, this turn has not been that bad. I mean, I know that they've pretty much cut Leningrad off at this point, but if I can still get supply to Leningrad, I might be able to hold on to it for a long time. And even if it's cut off, I think I can still evacuate factories. It costs a little more, or it might even cost a lot more. It might cost double, but you can still evacuate factories. So I'm not too worried on that sense. In that sense, I just was hoping that they would hold out longer so that we would be able to stop the Huns in their tracks in September and start forcing them back. And I know I had mentioned trying to play this on my laptop, which has a slightly better graphics card. It's not that much better. It's a slightly better graphics card than the one on my desktop computer, but I wasn't able to get it to run. Actually, I think I know what the problem was. It was actually a problem with the recording and not the game itself, but I also was having a slight bit of trouble getting my mods loaded onto my laptop version. Uh, but I know the problem there as well. So it's just a question of taking the time to doing it. But my computer didn't even really make all that much noise this time. So maybe it's starting to be in a little bit better position to handle the stresses of playing this game. And I'm still thinking about building my own computer. I actually already ordered the motherboard, which will be I'm gonna build a Skylake chipset computer. I don't know if any of you know what that is, and I don't know if I know what it is that much, but that's what the video said. So it's obviously one of the newer lines of the chipsets, and it's trying to decide. So okay, so I've lost 1,210,000 men. But anyway, what I was talking about with the build of the computer is, I watched the video and the guy said, well, this is a Skylake, chipset, and it's one of the newer chipsets, and I'm trying to decide if I want to get the 3.4 gigahertz or the 4.0 gigahertz, which if I get the 4.0 gigahertz, then I gotta mess with possibly liquid cooling, and if I'm building it, I'm not sure if I trust myself to do that, but whatever. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But anyway, I've ordered the motherboard. Now I just gotta order everything else. The motherboard has not arrived yet. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Monday. And then I'll start ordering some of the other parts, and it's gonna be a fairly involved process and a fairly long process for me. But I'm hoping to have it done by the time I don't know. I was gonna say, but by the time they stop giving you a free upgrade to Windows 10, but I might just buy Windows 10 directly, as opposed to buying Windows 7 or Windows 8 and trying to upgrade. It might be better for me just to buy Windows 10 first out and just have a clean install of just Windows 10. So anyway, I'm going to call this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Don't get discouraged. I'm not Falikie Lukey, as I mentioned in one of the first few episodes. There's an older game line that one of them is V for Victory, Falikie Lukey, which was a pretty popular computer war game line for a while there. Look at this. This guy's completely in trouble. And this guy. These guys are gone. The AI is not going to let them get away. Let's see. Let's just see. Supply need, ammo need, support need. So their supply is not looking too good. I hope and pray. I'm sorry. I'm still just. How much rail cap do I have? 143,000 again. Amazing. So I'm hoping that I can get supply to them through the ports. Because if I can, then they might hold out. Because that's a lot of units up there. That's a huge amount of units. Yeah, these guys are gone. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and I will be back next time, and I will be ready to... the weather's still clear, isn't it? Oh, well. Let's take a look at the weather forecast, right? The last thing I do before... Oh, there we go. That's not what I wanted to click. It was this. I gotta have rain. Come on, weatherman. Give me some rain. Alright, well anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Be good.